Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez. And baby, coming up soon, we're gonna have the Garden and Gun Rodeo Smoke Show. And I've been to Truth BBQ before. I gave you a nice little tour, got to eat some good food, but today, producer Anna's putting me to freaking work, so I'm clocking in. I'm gonna sit down. I'm not sitting down, actually. I'm actually getting my hands dirty with some brisket. Leonard Botello is gonna show this little pit wimp how to be a pit master. Check it out.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, you've seen me in this room before. My boss, Leonard Botello. How hard can it be to actually make a brisket?
I was just telling Aaron it's an endurance sport.
Endurance?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a long time. You get a little delusional after a while because it's just like anywhere from 14, 16, 18 hours. If the weather dips, the longer the cook takes. So like the day before we cooked on that snow day,
Yeah.
it was like low 30s, high 20s. That cook took 22 hours
Okay.
versus a hot summer day can take 11 to 12 hours. So
Okay.
everything kind of fluctuates. So you can't really mentally or physically prepare for the day that you're walking into.
Okay, I'm
that's what
walking
makes it
into
hard.
a day and that's what it is.
So it's 92 in here right now.
And I'm wearing a sweater because it's cold
It's
outside.
actually breezy in here. So
So it's nice in
yeah,
here. Okay.
during the summer it gets to about 120, 125.
Okay. So 98, I shouldn't complain at all.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
So to start, all these pits are custom made.
Okay.
We have now, I think, 11 this size between the restaurants. We
Wow.
got 5 in here. There's 1 outside. There's a handful up towards Brenham and Round Top area. These are considered offset smokers. So you have
Offset?
your, yeah. So
Okay.
the reason they're called offset is because you have your cooking chamber in the middle and you have your exhaust or your smokestack in the back. Even though these are all identical, they all cook completely different, and each one of these guys has their pit that they prefer. But there's so many different factors that play into barbecue, even the pits. Like, so you see them on the bottom of that wood right there. He has a lot of like coals that he's scooping out and he's moving them around. So he's trying to get those coals underneath the logs pulled away so he can take them out of the firebox and get airflow underneath the logs, because those coals are basically broken down and they retain a ton of radiant heat. So if you have a firebox that's full with that coal right there, it'll still read 275 versus firebox that's just with 4 pieces of wood that's naturally burning and has airflow through there. It'll say 275, but they're 2 different heats. One's a lot hotter than the other. So that's what makes barbecue so difficult.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's just starting the fire.
great. Okay, this is a lot of information, Leonard. Do I ever do anything, or is this just like learning for the whole? What do I do? Yeah.
That what we went over is a 2-week process. So that's like the learning. So that was like, I was just firing it at, but usually it takes a little bit longer. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for doing an abbreviated version for me.
But we can put you right into work. We can go into pits or trimming. Usually, like when we have people come in before they go into the pit room, they usually trim first. So we'll start with that.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. What do I got to
Be
do,
here
boss?
at 4:30.
A.M.
Yeah.
So this is where we're working.
That's where we're going, right in front of the fire to keep you warm.
Yes. I'm already sweating, actually.
So I'm gonna give you an apron.
Gloves.
Gloves.
too. I mean, I washed my hands, but all right.
So this is your traditional Packer brisket.
Okay.
We always start from the top. We will just bust this guy open.
All right. How many pounds is this?
This one's a little bit bigger than I like. This is probably about 16 to 18 pounds.
Bigger than you like. So what do you
Yeah.
prefer?
So the smaller, the better, honestly.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's heavy.
Yeah. So if you can see these are 2 different muscles. You have your lean side and then you have your fatty side. You see the difference in height and how much fattier and bigger this is. Our goal is to get them down to the same, as close as we can.
Okay.
Because if this one's up here and this one's down here,
It
they're
won't
never
burn
gonna cook the same.
The same.
Yeah, we always start from the bottom. There's all this hard fat right here that's just never gonna cook out. We have to trim it all out. And what's gonna be sad is you're gonna see how much we actually have to trim off.
So what do you do? Do you use it for something else?
All of that fat goes into cooking oil.
Okay. Nothing
and-
goes to waste here at Truth.
Nothing goes to waste. All the fat goes into cooking oil, and all the muscle trim goes into sausage. I'll let you do. You can just see. You just go layer by layer. Still a little bit of fat to work with, but you can kind of see. Kind of cut away from yourself.
All right. I'm not doing anything. He's probably happier that I'm not doing anything. Boss, what do you think, boss?
We're gonna be here for a minute. we have 99 more to go. There we go.
I went too far.
Went a little bit too far, but it's okay because this is on the fatty side. You want to make sure that you have a lot more
This
fat
is why
over
I'm
here.
not gonna get hired today. Why didn't you tell me to stop?
Because that was okay. It's not too deep. You're fine. Now you see how much we trimmed off and see how nice and like aerodynamic this is.
Yes and no. Like, is it okay to leave this?
Yeah.
Like, this is where I went in.
This will be okay. It'll all render back down, but you want a nice protective layer
Okay.
on this side. And all the smoke is gonna roll off. And you see how much closer we got these?
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking for. We don't want any exposed muscles or anything like that. We just want basically everything to naturally go over. So this is actually better. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our binder right here, and you're gonna squirt a little bit of mustard on that with your right hand.
I'm gonna do it, y'all, because I have to. Mustard!
That was a little too much, but
He's not gonna hire me, y'all.
it's just for binding.
It's gonna be the most
It's
delicious.
just so the seasoning adheres to it.
It's gonna be the most delicious. All right? I love mustard, actually. You know? So this is gonna be amazing, y'all.
What we're gonna do, you can leave your gloves off, so you're just gonna season, I'll help you. I always like to go a little high with this part opposite of the front, because it gives you a little bit more control. Just like that. Not too heavy.
I saw
Not
what
as
you
much
did.
mustard.
Thank you for showing me.
So you see how nice the seasoning is sticking? Instead, normally it just come off.
Do you ever not want to sneeze?
No, I'm kind of used to it, and I hate pepper. Surprise, I don't like pepper.
Okay, I'm like holding it back.
Holding it back.
It doesn't normally take this long for people to do, huh?
Actually, surprisingly, the first couple times it does. Perfect. Done and done.
Okay, the gloves are off. We've got a nice stainless steel sheet tray. And this goes where? Or what do we do?
We got to take it in the fridge for 12 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that means we get to go home and nap.
It's a nice place to cool off too.
Okay, gonna cool off and take a nap. You stay right there because Carolina continues to learn how hard it is to make brisket after the break. Papá colombiano, mamá hondureña.
Has anybody seen Carolina?
Nacida aquí y viví en... Hey, boss! I'm just chatting.
What are you doing?
I mean, 12 hours. You know, I was cooling off. I had a break. Didn't I deserve a break, boss? Oh God, I'm fired already. All right, what do I gotta do? Oh, I left the brisket in
You
there.
left the brisket.
I'll be right back.
She was 1,000% fired. Day one, you did.
I'm here. I got it. All right, where to now, boss?
So. we're
Does
gonna
it still
throw
look
this-
pretty?
Yes. Beautiful.
Okay.
Are you okay with it?
Yeah, it looks great.
For first time, I would say it's pretty decent, no?
Yeah, I trimmed it myself. All right. Whew, okay. What do I do now?
I will throw it on for you. I have gloves on, it'll be easier. So we always go fatty towards the fire,
Fatty towards the
the
fire.
big part,
Yep.
just because it can take a little bit of a beating. And that's it. This is where we start. So we start at super, super low, around 200 degrees, then we go to 250, and we go to 275. And then we coast to 275.
Okay, so how long are we at 2?
We are going to be at 2 for the first hour, 250 for the next hour, and then we go to 275, and then we power through at 275.
For
But we
15
can't let that
hours-ish.
brisket die down because it's going to go on a roller coaster ride. And what'll happen, the brisket it won't be able to know if it should seize up or relax, So if you take those dips in temperature, it's like freaking out the entire time. The muscles are not relaxing, the collagens and the fats are not breaking down. So these guys are loading the fires every 45 minutes and making sure that they're at a constant temperature and coasting through it. If not, we're gonna be here for 48 hours.
Okay. All right, well, let's go look at some fire.
We'll just go in and smash everything down. Typically, we'll have a little bit more coals to start with this, but we're not cooking anything.
Okay, so can I just stab it? Is that what I do?
Absolutely, yeah. Get in there.
I'm nervous, it's hot! Put it on top?
Or right there.
That's fine? Okay. The segment should not be called How Hard Can It Be when we're talking about brisket? How hot can it be? I'm sweating, I'm glistening. Okay, I gotta get the clip on because now we're rotating, boss?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, this is gonna suck, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's gonna suck. All right, is this the hardest part, you think?
Yep.
Okay.
Probably only gonna get through one row.
Okay.
We're gonna take these guys right here.
Okay.
We're gonna bring them up to the front. You wanna grab the next one for me?
From the same row?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, my eyes are burning. Eyes are officially burning. Whew. Do you think I can get back? I'm crying.
I'll get that. What we're doing is we're taking the ones in the middle and moving them to the outside, and the ones on the outside are going to the middle. So they're cooking here, 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 and here every hour on the hour. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. This one would go.
The very far side.
Oh no, I dropped some juice.
That's okay. You actually want that to happen.
Oh, okay, you're welcome.
Yeah. Those are the ones from the front, so they just go right back. I already rotate them, so they just go shift back.
Oh my God, this is where it's hotter.
That's where the fire is. Now,
spray them down.
Spray them all down.
Holy cow.
Eyes
Okay.
tearing up a little bit.
A little bit. Okay, my mascara's about to have me looking like I got broken up with on prom night. Oh my God.
Well, you haven't gotten fired yet, so no reason to cry. You'll be okay.
Even though I took a very long break, I still have a job.
12-hour break. Look at that.
I feel like I did a good job. Did I do a good job?
Actually, you did. So the reason that we have so much good barbecue in Texas is because we have so much added humidity. So we actually, anytime that I cook, I'll take my barbecue pit with me out of state, the wood and the brisket and everything. It never cooks as good as it does here because of the natural humidity we have. But we add extra moisture into the pit because it beats the briskets up faster. It's like, where do you get exhausted faster? 110 degrees weather in the rainforest or 110 degrees in the desert? Humidity is going to beat you up.
Every time.
Yeah, you're going to fight the dry heat. Yep. So now we have to do that 10 more times every hour on the hour for every pit. So we go boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, the hour's done. Boom, boom. So.
All right, so you stay right there. I got a lot more rotating and crying to do. We'll be right back. Okay, I got this, boss. You got me though. Welcome back to the nightcap. Baby, we still at work here, okay? Gotta make sure our fires stay at
She's getting right in there.
275
Look at that placement.
degrees. Is that good?
Yeah.
Do I gotta do anything else?
No.
All right.
Just let it to catch you.
My nose is dripping. My eyes are dripping. Oh, keep the door open. My bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh yeah, you helping me out here? Okay, yeah.
Try to
Listen.
Hands are getting a little warm, a little
Hands are
sweaty
getting
pretty
warm.
quick.
Yeah, I'm dying. All right. I don't know how they do this. I'm just kidding. Okay. So if somebody at home wants to learn how to make a brisket with you, how can they sign up to have a class?
Info@truthbbq.com. We do them on Sundays.
Sundays?
We crank this 15 minutes into 4.5 hours.
Okay.
So we deep dive into everything from start to finish. But actually, you get a pretty good crash course.
Baby, did I ever?
Yeah. But there's so much information to go over. I mean, just the wood alone
Yeah.
And like starting the fire and the placements of the fire. There's so many like technical things that a lot of people don't realize. And the only way that I realized that were like on all the bad barbecue pits that I cooked on and all the bad briskets that I cooked previously. So it's kind of like shooting free throws. Like you don't just become awesome at shooting free throws and like Michael Jordan it with your eyes closed.
Right.
It just takes like, somebody asked me, they're like, did you just wake up and cook awesome brisket? I'm like, no, I had to burn thousands of them.
Burnt thousands. I hope I didn't burn any today. Listen, I had a lot of mustard on one.
Yours are gonna come out really good tomorrow.
All right, listen, you're gonna be hosting the Garden and Gun Rodeo Smoke Show here,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
All right, so what's the vibe gonna be? Are people gonna be able to enjoy?
Last year was like a party. It was a good time. Like they barricaded the parking lot. We got vendors outside. We're doing barbecue. We're doing crawfish. We're doing like a little low country vibe. It's gonna be a band and it's gonna be packed. So get here early and make sure you get your tickets soon.
Get those tickets right now, baby. You might not even find any. Maybe
It is
like,
a very, very good time.
It's a good time.
And Blade and Bo is gonna be there making cocktails.
Speaking of,
Yeah?
coming up next, I got Blade and Bo coming to the station to show me how to make a little cocktail.
You should have just brought them here.
So you can come too, boss. All right, it's time for a break. You stay right there. We'll be back in studio, and I'll be in much cooler temps.
All right, we can get you out of here.
Welcome back to the nightcap. We've been enjoying that barbecue, but baby, it's time for some whiskey. And now I've got Jack Souder here in the building. We saw you at Truth last year, but now you're here. And you're here to do what? Back glass up. Yes. Okay. And you are the brand ambassador for Blade and Bow.
I am, yeah.
And baby, what a whiskey. Ever since we met you last year, our producer Anna has gone on the mission of collecting the keys. All of them.
All 5 keys.
All 5 keys. All right, for people at home who didn't get a chance to watch and are unfamiliar with Blade and Bow, what exactly is so unique about this whiskey?
Okay, so Blade and Bow is a 91 proof Kentucky straight bourbon from the Stitzel-Weller Distillery in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
So if you're a bourbon nut, you've likely heard the name Stitzel-Weller. We produce some of the best whiskeys, American whiskeys, since 1935 until we shut down in 1992. And then we acquired the property, and 10 years later, we started bottling Blade and Bow, using some of that liquid from the pre-shutdown of Stitzel-Weller. So using some really old historic Stitzel-Weller bourbon mingled with some younger bourbons from across Kentucky. So nothing younger than 6 years. The oldest stuff is 22, 23 years old in there.
Wow.
And so we've been mingling it, and that's Blade and Bow.
I love it. Okay, so the keys, what do those represent?
Right, so the keys kind of represent everything we do. They represent Southern hospitality. We hang the keys to the distillery on the front door every morning as our open sign, saying, come on in, take a tour. They're also collectible. So if you collect all 5 keys, we'll give you a free tour and tasting at the distillery and a mint julep cup with your name engraved on it.
Producer Anna, you know what to do, girlfriend. You better show up in Kentucky, girl, and get your tour, your tasting, and your julep glass with your engraved name.
Exactly. You have to get to Kentucky. But once you get there, we'll set you up.
All right, yeah, he's saying no free flights, girl, no free flights. But I do want to come too, so you'll have us.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Okay, I see you've got some things poured out because we got to make a cocktail.
Yes, we do. So I'm going to make a cocktail for you today called the New Fashion.
Okay.
Which is like an old fashioned, but instead of simple syrup and sugar, we use Saint Germain, which is an elderflower liqueur. Brings out some of the floral notes in the bourbon. Makes it light, refreshing, so not so much sugar or simple syrup, but more light and floral.
I love it, yeah, and I love me some elderflower.
Perfect, so it's very easy to make. I already have this separated, so
Look at you.
You go
Came
2
prepared.
parts Blade and Bow. There we go. And now I'm gonna add elderflower liqueur. There we go. And so this is about a 2-to-1 ratio. So, and you can add more if, you know, that's something you want to do if you think it's too strong. Then we're gonna add Luxardo cocktail cherry. There we go.
I love me a good Luxardo.
And we're gonna add some ice.
Do y'all serve this at the
We do.
distillery?
So we'll be serving it at the Rodeo Smoke Show event, which is with Garden and Gun magazine.
Yep, that's what we've been focusing on all night.
Absolutely, and so that will be at Truth BBQ on March 1st, Saturday, March 1st. So come by, we have tickets available. We'd love to see you there and come get a cocktail. Finally, we're gonna top this off with some club soda.
It's not over.
There we go. So just a little club soda there.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And then we're gonna garnish.
Ooh, we gotta
with
garnish.
an orange. There we go.
I love it.
And that's a nice, refreshing, light, new fashion cocktail.
New fashion, baby. Let's see. Baby, that is refreshing. It's got the right amount of that blade and bow. And of course, it's what I'm going to be drinking all day on March 1st at the Garden and Gun Rodeo Smoke Show. And I better see y'all there, okay? Right? They need to come see you and me?
Absolutely.
All right, baby. There's barbecue to be had. There's going to be a whole bunch of vendors. And of course, what's the name of this cocktail?
The new fashion cocktail.
The new fashion cocktail. All right, cheers to you. We'll see you there. See you next time. It's very good.